Hi there. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the data that I've posted on my blog under the Delaware Bay Lighthouses. I'll also be opening the software to show you some of the calculations made, and also I hope to clip in or slice into this video little video clips that I made through my telescope of lighthouses off in the distance once night had fallen. So this whole story begins with me in search of the Cape May Lighthouse from across the bay. That's what I thought I would be able to go and see. And without any reconnaissance or pre-planning or gathering of any data, I went out to a location that I could drive to and get to the shore on the Delaware side to set up my instrument, and basically just started scanning the horizon to see what I could see. I wasn't even sure what direction the Cape May Lighthouse was in, and I had a general idea, but I didn't calculate anything. And so you can come here and look at the metadata, or basically the position of where I'm located. That was the only thing I did. I navigated my way to this particular NGS triangulation station called Stone 2. And with that, I established my position. And then I started looking out. Now, I knew that the Salem Nuclear Generating Station was north of me. And so that kind of got my bearings, and to kind of understand where I was looking. And so here's a picture I captured of the steam rising out of the cooling tower. The cooling tower is a positioned station. By classical geodetic triangulation, we'd have a position on that cooling tower. And so you can look at that. At this stage, I wasn't sure what I was looking at on the horizon. A gentleman did approach me, and he started pointing out some lighthouses, and I jotted down their names. And so I have some shots of these. Later, when I came back home, of course, I was able to get all of this information, which I'm providing here. For instance, you can click on this and come to a page that talks about these lighthouses. It's interesting. I guess this is when it was red and shiny. This is when it was red and drab. And that's how it appeared to me. That particular lighthouse, Miamal Shoal. And of course, I've, again, including the NGS data sheet for each of these lighthouses, which turn out to be actual positioned objects on the triangulation diagram, which I'll also be showing you. And then the next one here is called 14-foot bank. And he pointed that out to me, and I found it and took a good picture, and here it is zoomed in shot. Now, at this point, I'm going to just make mention of what I think we're seeing here. As I describe in each of these pictures, I'll give you the date, and I'm telling you that my telescope crosshair is horizontal at 11.6 feet on the North American vertical datum of 1988. So that line represents the elevation 11.6 feet at my location on the shore. I'm looking at a light that stands approximately 59 feet above mean high water, and it's 8.5 miles away. Yet my telescope crosshair is above that light. Make the same point with this light. Again, same information. My telescope crosshair is horizontal, 11.6 feet above the vertical datum, and it's over top of a lighthouse 10.8 miles away. In these videos these days, I'm not drawing conclusions, I'm just presenting information. Here's Brandywine Shoal Light. Here's a zoomed in shot of that. And once again, you could see my telescope crosshair at 11.6 feet is touching, near to the top of this one. It's 11.6 miles away. And again, each one of these, you can go to each website about the lighthouse and the NGS data sheet for that position. Now this one here, I didn't have information on, and unfortunately, I took the pictures, but I did not record my horizontal angle to that, so I don't know what object it is. So that remains to be identified on another trip. And of course, the next time I go, I'm going to have a lot more information with me. Now this was interesting. I saw a white flash out here, and so I took a look, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's definitely a dark object right here. Here I am zooming in. It's right here. I saw a white flash up here, and here it is, very zoomed in. There's definitely an object here, quite far away. And this time I did record an angle to it, a horizontal angle, and I'll be showing you that in my software. I'm thinking it's one of these, it's either this mast or this Loran tower, or they could be one and the same thing depending upon how you read these descriptions when you go and look at these. And here I'm saying to be continued. Well, I did go back on the 30th. All of the preceding pictures and observations were made during an afternoon visit. This is me getting there before dark, getting set up, and trying to make some observations during twilight and then into the dark, because I wanted to see if I could actually see the lights. So it's the same nail, and this time when you add up my height above the nail, I'm at 11.5 feet in the telescope. Here's just a picture showing you these large freighters out there on the bay. Now I go again through each of these lights. You can tell that with less light coming in, the pictures are not as detailed. So, but it's the same lights, same situation. My telescope is horizontal at this time 11.5 feet above the vertical datum. And at this stage, I'm probably going to go ahead and insert the video clips that I took through the telescope. This one here, there's a light here on the horizon. I saw some lights up here, and you're going to see in the video clip, you'll see two lights here and here. So hard to say. And I've never gone over there to see this mast that's there, but I'm including this here. This is a zoomed in close-up shot of the nautical chart, and you have to realize I'm over here, way across the bay, and this is my angle, which does come very close to this location where there's a Loran tower plotted, and it says it's 641 feet high on the nautical chart. The other thing I noticed, and at the time didn't have any information for, was this light that I started seeing blink, and I turned to it, and I have an angle measured, and I suspect that it's this light here, elbow of cross-ledge light. And so here's the NGS data sheet for it. You can click on it, as you can in each of these on my blog. And here is a plotting. Here's a plotting of my angles on the nautical chart, which is how I was able to kind of identify which ones these were. And next I will go to, and then I'm just saying to be continued. So there's another trip to be made. Let me now go to the software. All right, in this part of the video, I'm going to show you some of the data I've collected and show you how I did a little bit of analysis to figure out which lighthouse was which. The first thing I'll show you is the angles that I measured. Just turn that on. Basically, I only measured horizontal and vertical angles to these. I didn't measure any distances. So what I did is just input longer distances beyond the actual location. So here's what I mean by that. Turn on the nautical chart. Okay. Just highlight my angles again. So here's the elbow of cross-ledge lighthouse right there, and I'm pretty much nailing that position. One of the things I did was measured the angle to the steam that I saw coming up out of the Salem nuclear power plant, which I know is situated right here. We'll verify that when we view this in Google Earth as well. Here's the Miamal Shoal. Here you can see where I'm getting that height of it. All the heights of objects are given as, let's see here, let's go down here. It says here that the heights are heights in feet above mean high water. All right, and here's this one, Brandywine Shoal. So I'm really nailing it. So there's pretty much no doubt that's that azimuth is to here. And then here, this is the interesting one. This was like a bonus. Here I came out looking for Cape May Lighthouse, and I couldn't see it, and it is pretty hazy. And the fact is, it might be so far away that it's over the horizon, and even though it stands at 165 feet, it's likely I won't see that. But like I told you at the beginning of this video, I went out here without really investigating any of that. I just wanted to come and see what could I see. Just I wung it, let's say. I just wung it. Now here's this red blinking light, and man, it's slicing right through that sucker. And I'm looking. Well, could it be anything else? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that's what I'm seeing, standing up at 641 feet, across the whole peninsula. So next thing I'll do is just import the actual positions of these using the NGS data sheets. And in fact, I've got them all included in one file. All right, so here they are. I'm going to highlight those. Get them all lit up here. So now you can see just how it all agrees, which was pretty cool to find out. There's a lighthouse way over here that I might be able to see it. I don't know. The other thing I'll turn off the nautical chart. Come on now. Just toggle the visibility. Let me turn on the triangulation. Here you can see pretty much all of the lines that were observed long ago, back when triangulation was how things were done before GPS and GNSS. There's a lot of observations. Of course, they actually used Cape May Lighthouse as a station. They were sitting up there nice and tall, doing a lot of observations. Here, look at all that, all these lines observed from there. All right, I'm going to conclude with going out to Google Earth. And so once we have highlighted everything we want to look at in Google Earth, just tell it to send it out to Google Earth. Okay, so let's go up here. Whoops. Once you get into Google Earth, of course, your mouse does not act the same way as it did in the software you were just in. Here you can see there's the geodetic position. Well, here's the New Jersey state plane coordinates and elevation of this cooling tower at the Salem nuclear power plant. And there's my my line slicing through the steam, because that's what I could see. Let's go back down here. There's my place that I was set up on a nail along the shore. And I'll spare you the, oh, come on. Maybe if I zoom in here, you're not going to see a lighthouse for whatever reason. The resolution here in the water is not that great, so they didn't pick anything up there. Now here, this is the cool thing. And this is definitely well worth another visit back. I don't know if you could see that, but you could see there's this radio mast. It's just kind of plastered down onto the ground, and it's not standing up, but there it is. It's definitely in the photo. Now, the cool thing about Google Earth is that you can take this guy and go do a ground view. However, you can see that nobody drove back here, so I'm going to put that back. Let's come out a ways. What we can do is come over here. Now you see that blue line? The Google mapping vehicle, whatever it's called, definitely drove down this line, or this road, and there's the tower. The view there. Let's see if we can look at it again. I'm all spun around. All right, here's the tower. Here's my observed line. Let's see if we could see it from this bridge. Get the little street view guy. Put him on the bridge. There's a tower there, but I'm thinking that's the tower that I'm talking about right there. That's a tall one. I don't know what that is. And let's back up a little further. Maybe, well, if I look at, as I get here, if I put it here, those trees are going to be in the way, but let's see. Let's try it here in this field. I don't know if that's it or not. Could be. There we go. So, yeah, looking forward to getting back there and reporting back again with an addendum to this video to see what I see, and definitely confirm that light is there, and see if I can see this one as well, and see what happens with Cape May. I don't know. We'll see. The trouble is there's a lot of ships that sit here. This is the main channel, and every time I go there, there's ships. They're not moving. They're like docked. They're in gigantic freighters, and I guess they're sitting there waiting to, come up into Philadelphia. So that doesn't make it easy. The other thing I thought about doing is just doing an observation and getting over here to this area here, Cape Henlopen. I haven't even been down here to see where I might be able to set up and try some long lines across the water this way too. Okay, well, this is as good a place as any to conclude this video. Thanks for listening, and hopefully, if you're interested in this sort of thing, subscribe to my channel and share the video, and that's it. I'll say bye for now. Take care.